Hi, it's Ashy from AB Sound Advice. Today we are doing a product review on the T+A Solitaire P headphones. Now, I will tell you up front, these are a very serious headphone. In this part of the world, they are around just short of $10,000 for a pair of these headphones. Now, if you haven't heard of T+A as a company, they have been around since 1978. They are effectively, T&A stands for theory and application. So these guys are scientists. So, and I think you can understand then, and again, as I've mentioned to you before, I've been in my career now for 40 odd years, and when I read on their site, it said that they pretty well designed these open headphones with no hint of compromise without the regard to cost. We only had one goal in mind, was musical reproduction to the very highest standard of perfection. Now, clearly, that makes sense. And what I mean by that is, there are other speakers that I've been involved in my career where they have put their top sound guy or their top person involved and spent a year or two developing the best standing floor stander or the best sounding floor stander, or the best sounding amplifier, the best sounding in it. And they leave these guys alone for a long time to play. Now, the catch is when you do these sorts of things, you cannot expect that to be cheap. And I think when we think of things like this, and I have most of my life played with some high-end stuff, and as I said, even my first original speakers, I mean, they were quite a bit when I bought them back in the 80s. So I fully understand when you get an expensive product, what you're actually getting when you purchase it. So I wanted to cover that off because I have played with other headphones that are very expensive. These are now to a different level. Again, we've just jumped a little higher, so top shelf and above. These T+A Solitaire P headphones are truly sensational. Now, I've been running these things for just over 2 weeks now. I have played them through my Marantz DAC, my topping DAC, my Schiitz LYR valve headphone amplifier. I have used my Fubar HD, and I've even used the Sony ZX300, and that is a Walkman, but obviously a very high-end one. I even bought some adapters and ran it through my iPhone 11. And regardless of what I plugged these headphones in, I absolutely love them. And also, just to cover that off, I also ran it through a normal amplifier. So I used the MA1000 from Magnate. So that's a normal home amplifier valve combo. So it's a valve pre-stage, high quality headphone amp built in. And also directly to the Magnate MCD 1050 CD player with built-in headphone amp. So you can see, what is that? That is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different, actually 8 potentially, 8 different headphone amplifiers, so I could really get an understanding of what we were getting for your $10,000 spend. And remembering, I'm all about sound, so the things that will impress me, let's just get these babies out of here. They really are sensational. I mean, comfort-wise, they are just incredible. And you look inside there, I mean, you really, there's nothing like this. I mean, you really are getting something different. Of course, there are more expensive headphones, of course. You can spend 4 or 5 times this if you wanted to, but in reality in headphone land, $10,000 headphones are one serious investment. And in this particular case, the saddest part of this review is when I have to hand these back. I mean, I really, really loved them. They were just absolutely fantastic, musical. There is nothing that I played on these that I was disappointed with. Now, of course, I love the interconnects, they little connections. You can't get them wrong. That when they're flushed in like that, they won't go in the wrong slot. And again, that cable there, we're using a 6.3, the standard cable, and over here they also provide a balanced 4.4, and I've operated both. They also make a headphone amplifier that combos with this, but I decided to review the headphones by themselves. And if you can see there in the packaging, I mean, the box has got little cubby holes in the side here where the cables came from. It really is a sensational package. So if you're really wanting the best of the best and you really don't care about what it costs, then these are the way to go. And to be honest with you, they, you know, you could spend $10,000-$15,000 right up to $250,000 for a pair of floor stand as well. The sound that these things are reproducing is just absolutely sensational, and they really are musical. The attention to detail, the voices, they are just totally enjoyable. And I guess, you know, if we even look at the specs that they do provide, and again, I'm not too phased on that sort of stuff. I mean, they're 80 ohms, 5 hertz through to 54 kHz, distortion 0.015% at 100% dB, and the maximum sound pressure level was 130. They're an open over ear, and they come with the two cables, as I mentioned. They weigh in at 530 gram, excluding the cable. And I mean, they really, as I said, you're buying a headphone where a group of guys have just spent years, and these are scientists. I mean, we're not just dealing with a couple of blokes just pulling some headphones together. These guys are sound engineers. Their business is engineering, and engineering emotion is what their tagline for the company is. Their theory and application, and what's amazing, by the way, sometimes these scientific type products can absolutely not work. Well, here's a situation where clearly T+A equals awesome sound. I mean, these Solitaire P headphones are absolutely sensational. And if you have a spare 10K, and again, that price will variate depending on where you live in the world. In our part of the world, they're around, as I said, just short of $10,000 for a set of these. And they, in my mind, are worth every cent. And as I said, when you look at them, they truly are fantastic. And sound, it's so hard to describe. I mean, I've played with high-end stuff for all my life, and I'm putting these things on, and I'm playing all different music, all different tracks, all different sounds, all different groups, a whole stack of music that I've loved over my life, and I've played them through these, and they truly, the reproduction that they're providing is just outstanding. I mean, you really feel as if you are there. The artist and the music is played right in the room. You're in the studio where they're putting the stuff together, and it's absolutely enjoyable. It's warm, it's smooth. The bass is perfect. It's not overstated, it's not understated. These just are absolutely sensational. So if you're wanting to treat yourself and you're looking for a headphone that you're going to keep for your life, and you want something that obviously you want to put music on and just disappear from the world's stresses, you will not go past these T+A headphones. I mean, they really are. These Solitaire Ps are just absolutely fantastic. So as I said, it's, you know, in all of the products that I've done, and I've done $26,000 floor standards for you guys. Yes, $10,000 is a lot of money, but wow, this is a lot of product. You really are getting, in reality, that you could not say they're too dear. They really, it's going to come down to, if you can afford to get a set of these, or you have an opportunity to get a set of these, you will not regret it. And as I said, they really are a sensational sounding speaker. And as I said, 40 years of playing, and I've been playing with a lot of headphones. I even own a lot of headphones, and I probably own over that value in the amount of headphones I've got around here. I would not hesitate to recommend these T+A Solitaire P headphones to anybody who wants to really get the best possible sound. And again, they can play through anything. So whether you do it through their amplifier that they've made for it, or any other amplifier, this thing sounded, these headphones just sounded fantastic on everything that I ran it through, and I was not disappointed. It was just absolutely fantastic. So again, I hope you've enjoyed today's review, and as I said to you before, you've got to understand at this level, some people say, oh, that's a waste of money. Well, you've got to put things in perspective. These are the best of the best. These are scientists who've spent years refining it. The products, the materials they've used, comfort-wise, sound-wise, they are absolutely sensational. And I think this is the type of product you really need to have a listen to. Even though I can state it as in best possible terms how great they are, until you actually hear them, it's just so hard to appreciate the quality that's sitting right here in front of me. So if you'd like more information about these Solitaire Ps, head down to your local T+A dealer, have a listen, see what you think. I'd love to hear some people's feedback who actually own these, but they really are fantastic. And of course, I'll be adding that to my wish list for the future. So again, thank you for tuning in to AB Sound Advice, and I hope you enjoyed today's product review.